Hello students, welcome to this lesson. In the last lesson I have uploaded a lesson on application of derivatives, and we have considered the basic questions of application of derivatives. This is the second lesson. Before starting the lesson, let me share one important information with you. I'm also conducting regular online classes for Karnataka CET. These are the informations I would like to share with you. Commencement of the course will be from January 2021. That's the next month. And this course consists of the entire syllabus of first PUC and second PUC. I will be taking unit wise. That is, suppose the concept or unit begins from first PUC. Say, for example, sets, relations, functions. It is started in the first PUC, then it continued in the second PUC. So all of them together, it will be discussed. Similarly, you take differential calculus. It starts from limits. So limit, then derivatives, then the second year once again continuity, differentiability, and once again differentiation. So like that, therefore all those things will be in unit wise covered, so that covering the entire portions of first PUC and second PUC. So in the beginning I will be discussing the theory, then MCQ, that is a multiple choice questions related to competitive examinations, and also the shortcuts, because shortcuts plays very important role. But the thing is, they are also dangerous. Sometimes students think that just by learning shortcuts we can do. It is not correct, because you should know the theory behind this. In the present lesson, I have taken one question where I have used shortcut. Actually, there are many shortcuts for one particular question, so you can use any one. So these things are possible only when you understand the theory properly, and when an intensive course like this is conducted, there the teacher can discuss all such shortcuts so that you will get the correct idea. Say here what I am doing is I am just uploading the lesson just to help you to revise the concept, but in intensive program you will definitely learn all the concepts in depth. So this is one advantage. So I have planned to conduct an intensive program. Just now I have completed the second PUC syllabus, that is board examination related course. Now from January onwards I will be starting this course. So these are the informations. There will be two batches. One is evening 6 to 6:50. Second one evening 7 to 7:50. It is from Monday to Friday, 5 days. So daily 50 minutes duration, and it will be till I complete the entire course. That is one thing. Second one is important is, at the end of each unit you will have a mock test on that particular unit, so that you will get a practice. Then at the end of the course you will have a lot of mock tests, CT tests, so that you will practice and you will know how to use your time, how to avoid wastage of time, how to select the question. All these practical experience you will get. So therefore this is a very intensive program, and I have been conducting this type of test. Of course, during before this COVID pandemic, it was offline class. Now it is online class because of this one. So I have been conducting this for last so many years, and in fact 1985 onwards. I have been training the students in the old syllabus also, when the Karnataka CET was started for the first time. So now it is having 60 questions. Earlier it was having 75 questions actually. But remember, the questions which are being asked nowadays, they are directly based on NCERT syllabus, and therefore if you prepare properly for the NCERT syllabus, definitely you can do very well in Karnataka CET. Hope this will be definitely useful to you, and you will enroll for my course. If you are interested, please contact me anytime. So number is given here. One number is 9743489485. Second number is 8618325556. Of course, this is a different issue. I will be uploading the CET related lessons regularly here onwards. So now I have already uploaded many small chapters. Now application of derivatives we are studying. Next I will be taking once again, say, conics, sometimes first PUC portion, sometimes second PUC portion. But even in video lesson I will be completing the entire course. And once it is over, I am also planning to take all the old papers and full one paper discussion. So that you will have one particular place, all the 60 questions. So that's also I am planning. Let us begin. So as I told you, this is lesson 2. So here I have taken about 10 questions from old previous Karnataka CET papers. First question, if the curves 2x equal to y square and 2xy equal to k intersect perpendicularly, then the value of k square is 2 root 2, 2, 8 and 4. This is KCET 2020. Here two curves are given, 2xy equal to y square, let us say 1, 2xy equal to k, let us say 2. Now they are intersecting. What we have to calculate is, we have to find the slope of the tangents first. So first we will differentiate 1 and we get y dash equal to 1 by y. So let us call it as equation A, and differentiate 2, we get 2 into y plus xy dash equal to 0 using product rule. So that y plus xy dash equal to 0. So y dash equal to minus y by x. Now this is B. So let AB be the point of intersection, because at the point of intersection we are finding two tangents and those two tangents are perpendicular. Therefore, you have to find the slope. M1 is the slope of the first tangent, that is y dash at AB, that is equal to 1 by B using A, because A is the derivative of the first curve. Similarly, M2 will be equal to y dash AB, that is equal to minus b by a, that is from b, because from b y dash is minus y by x. Now what is the condition for slope to be perpendicular, lines to be perpendicular? Product of the slope should be minus 1. So this gives you 1 by b into minus b by a equal to minus 1. See here, from this one we get a equal to 1. Therefore I make it a square. Why? Because you see, from 1, if you take b square equal to 2, because x is 1 and point of intersection is AB, therefore you can take x equal to a, y equal to b square. So b square equal to 2. So now squaring 2, we get 4x square y square equal to k square, because we are interested in finding k square. Therefore I have squared the second equation. Therefore now substitute this value. A square is 1, b square is 2. Therefore substituting we get 4 into 1 into 2 equal to k square, so that k square will be 8. So this is the, so answer is C, first question. Second one, the maximum value of log x by x, if x is positive, is, of course x should be positive, otherwise log x is not defined. 1 by e minus 1 by e. So this is also 2020 question. So we can take y equal to log x by x. Now y dash, because maximum means we have to find y dash and y double dash. Condition is y dash must be 0 and y double dash must be negative. So x into 1 by x minus log x by x square using quotient rule. Differentiation of log x first and then x as it is, then minus log x as it is, differentiation of x divided by x square. So simplification will give you 1 minus log x by x square. Therefore now y dash equal to 0, that is the first condition, gives you 1 minus log x equal to 0. So log x equal to 1 or x equal to e. So this is one, that is x value. Now what you have to do is y double dash, we have to, of course this is not exactly necessary in CET actually, because automatically it will be negative. But as a teacher, when I am solving, I have to show you this one. Definitely you can take risk in examination without wasting time for calculating this one, because automatically it will be maximum. But still we have to calculate. Therefore let us take y double dash, that is x square into minus 1 by x, etc. Once again this you will get after simplification minus 3 plus 2 log x by x cube. So now this should be negative, y double dash e. So you can check it. Minus 3 plus 2 divided by e cube. So definitely it is negative. So therefore x equal to e is the point of maximum, but question asked is maximum. So y will be equal to now 1 by e, because log e to the base e is 1 because y is log x by x. Therefore 1 by x is e. Therefore it is 1 by e is the answer. So option is B, 1 by e. Second one, if the side of a cube is increased by 5%, then the surface of the cube is increased by 60%, 6%, 20%, 10%. So what you have to do is dx by dt is given, rate of change of side. So that is 5x by 100 because it is 5% of x. So now A of the cube is 6x square because surface area of a cube is 6x square. Now what is asked is what is dA by dt. Now dA by dt equal to 12x into dx by dt, chain rule. So now this you can write 12x into what is dx by dt. Dx by dt is 5x by 100. See, this we can rearrange like this. 12 into 5 is 60. So 60 I have written as 10 into 6. Then x into x is x square. This is with a particular purpose. 6x square is a. Therefore we get 10 into a divided by 100. So here percentage is asked. So this is 10% because 10a by 100. Therefore the option is D. This is the third question. Fourth question, the value of square root of 24.99 is 4.999, 4.899, 5.001 and 4.879. See, options is meaningless because square root of 24.99 cannot be 5 more than 5 because square root of 25 itself is 5. So sometimes they give such option also. So y equal to now root x, let us take because we are interested in finding square root of 24.99. Now take x equal to 25. This is the process of approximation. Delta x, if you take minus 0.01, then x plus delta x becomes 24.99. Now you know this one, y dash equal to 1 by 2 root x because we need this one. Now y of x plus delta x equal to y plus delta y, and that is equal to y plus y dash into delta x. This is called approximation formula. Now substitute. Left side will be y of 24.99 because x plus delta x is 24.99, and right side y is square root of 25 because x is 25. Then delta y is y dash is 1 by 2 root 25 into delta x is minus 0.01. Now simplify. So this is 5. Second one will be 10, 1 by 10 because square root of 25 is 5. 5 into 2 is 10. And minus sign I have taken outside. Therefore it is 0.01. Now last one is simplification. 5 minus 0.001. So this will be equal to 4.999. Therefore option is A. So this is approximation problem. Next one, the interval in which the function f of x equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 10 is increasing. So 4 options are given: minus infinity to 1, 3 to infinity, minus infinity to 1 closed interval, 1 to infinity, 1 to 3, then minus infinity to minus 1, then 3 to infinity, minus 1 and then 3 to infinity. So these are the options given. So this is 2019. So how to find the interval of increasing and decreasing function? So the first what you have to do is differentiate the given function f dash x. So this you can simplify: 3 into x square minus 4x plus 3. This you can write 3 into x minus 1 into x minus 3. Now what is the condition? Condition is f dash x must be positive. That means x minus 1 into x minus 3 must be positive. So this is the condition. Now we can use wavy curve method. So right side of 3 it is positive. In between 1 and 3 it is negative. And left side of 1 it is once again positive, alternate. Therefore it is minus 1 to 1 and then 3 to infinity. So this is the interval. So it is 5th question. Next question. The side of an equilateral triangle are increasing at the rate of 4 centimeter per second. The rate at which the area is increasing when the side is 14 centimeter. Options are given. This is question number. This question is from Karnataka CET 2019. 10 root 3, then 28 root 3, 42 and 14. Now dx by dt, that is given 4 centimeter per second. Now A equal to, this you should know, equilateral triangle area is root 3x square by 4. Therefore what is asked is dA by dt. So that will be equal to root 3 x by 2 into dx by dt, because we have to differentiate A. So root 3 by 4 is constant. Differentiation of x square is 2x. So 1 2 cancel. So it is root 3x by 2, then dx by dt. So when you substitute, you get root 3x by 2 into dx by dt is 4. So you get 2 root 3 into x. So this is dA by dt. Therefore when x is 14 into 2, 28 root 3 centimeter per second. So this is B is the option. Next, seventh question. The approximate change in the volume V of cube of side x meters caused by increasing the side by 3%. This is 2018 Karnataka CET. What is given is dx by dt is 3% of x, that means 0.03x. So we know it is x cube. Therefore now dv by dt will be equal to d by dt of x cube, but that is equal to 3x square dx by dt. That is 3x square into what is dx by dt? It is 0.03x. So it is 0.09 x cube meter cube. So A is the option. So this is seventh question. Next, eighth question. The maximum value of 1 by x to the power x is e power x, e power 1 by e, 1 by e power 1 by e. This is a 2018 question. Y equal to 1 by x to the power x. Therefore what you have to do is, see, this comes under logarithmic differentiation. Base is also a function, exponent is also a function. So we have to take log y equal to x log 1 by x, and x log 1 by x you can write as minus x log x, because log 1 by x is minus log x. Therefore now differentiate. So 1 by y into dy by dx will be equal to minus outside, then x into log x, you have to use product rule. So when you simplify, you get minus 1 plus log x or log x plus 1. So dy by dx will be equal to minus log x plus 1 into 1 by x to the power x. So this. Now dy by dx equal to 0 gives minus log x plus 1 should be 0, because log 1 by x to the power x cannot be 0. So this gives you log x equal to minus 1. So that means x must be equal to e power minus 1. E power minus 1. So maximum value therefore is, what you have to do is put x equal to e power minus 1. So it becomes e power 1 by e, because 1 by x becomes e, then x power x 1 by e. So and you can also check, this is negative, d square y by dx square I have not determined actually. So that is negative at x equal to e power minus 1. So this is 8th question. Next, 9th question. For f of x equal to x power x has a stationary point at x equal to e, x equal to 1 by e, x equal to 1, x equal to root e. This is also Karnataka CET 2018 question. As before, it is x power x, and stationary point means where it is increasing or decreasing, that is where it is turning, that is called stationary point. Therefore, you have to find where f dash x is 0. So that is the idea. Now once again you have to take log on both sides. Log f of x equal to x log x. Therefore 1 by f of x into f dash x will be equal to, once again product rule right side. So differentiation of x is 1 log x plus x into 1 by x. So this will be 1 plus log x. Therefore f dash x will be equal to, f dash x equal to 0 gives 1 plus log x 0. So this gives you log x equal to minus 1, x power x equal to e power minus 1. Now, therefore, now stationary point is asked. See the difference. Stationary point is asked. No, it is not maximum or minimum where it is turning. So it is x equal to 1 by e. And maximum area of rectangle inscribed in the circle x plus 1 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square equal to 64 is 64 units, 72 units, 128 units and 8 units. This is also Karnataka CET 2018. Of course, here you have to use lot of tricks also, otherwise problem becomes very lengthy. See, given circle is x plus 1 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square equal to 64. So shift this circle to origin, that is center origin, so that it becomes x square plus y square equal to 8 square, because area remains same whether it is center is minus 1 3 or 0 0. So the advantage of this one is your calculation becomes simple. Now this is 1 now, and I want to have, this is a diagram. Say now we want it a circle maximum area of the rectangle inscribed. So maximum area, actually I will show you the shortcut also here. So now here y will be equal to square root of 64 minus x square in the circle. Therefore area will be equal to 4x into square root of 64 minus x square. Be careful, because length is 2x, breadth is 2y, because x is the vertex of one rectangle, say corner. So then by symmetry it should be minus x minus y and plus x minus y minus x plus y, like that. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Therefore length becomes 2x, breadth becomes 2y. Therefore we have to say 2x into 2y, but 2y is square root of 64 minus x square. Therefore it becomes 4x into square root of 64 minus x square. So this is the area, and we want this area maximum. Therefore now a dash equal to differentiate this one. So when you differentiate you get this, simplify. So 4 into 64 minus x square plus then 4 into minus 2x into x into square divided by 2 into square root of 64 minus square for the second derivative, that is product rule, simplification. So this is the first thing. Now when you simplify you get this much. You see, 4 into 64 minus 2x square divided by 64 minus x square, and a dash equal to 0 gives you, because its condition is 64 minus 2x square must be 0. So x equal to 4 root 2. So you get this one. So when x is 4 root 2, you can substitute in the equation y equal to square root of 64 minus x square. Y also will be 4 root 2. So a will be equal to 4 into 4 root 2 into 4 root 2. So that is 128. This is the direct method. This is the direct method. But there is a shortcut. This much calculation you need not do. So let me show you. Shortcut is this. See, x square plus y square equal to 8 square. So the same circle. Xy minus xy minus xy, then minus x minus y, then x minus y in 4 quadrant. Rectangle has maximum area when it becomes a square. So this type of question I have done lot in application of derivatives, especially maxima minima. So put x equal to y. So what happens? X equal to y equal to 4 root, because in the equation when you substitute y square equal to x square, 2x square will be equal to 64. So x square equal to 32. X will be equal to 4 root 2. So x is also 4 root 2, y is also 4 root 2. But now a will be equal to 2x into 2y. That is very important. So this will be equal to 128. This is one method. There is one more method actually. Of course, that is a little bit lengthier than this. You can also take x equal to r sine theta, y equal to r cos theta. Then also you can find. So these are the different, without even using differentiation. So this is how you see, as I told you, there are many shortcuts using which you can find the answer. But what is important is you should know the theory behind that. Without that, shortcut will be dangerous. Instead of that, directly solving the problem is better. So this is the last question. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you have subscribed my channel already. If not, please subscribe and share with your friends, so that it will be an encouragement you are giving to the teacher. Please watch all the lessons, at least it becomes a revision for you. So as I told you already, first you revise the syllabus from NCERT textbook, then you take this lesson and watch. Definitely you will understand it better. And once again, another information which I have already shared. So there is a regular online class. If you are interested, please contact me as early as possible. So thank you. Let us meet in the next lesson with some more other concepts, some more unit. Till then, bye. Take care.